Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I decided to play around with some stencils and texture paste on backgrounds for some really quick and easy cards. So first off, I'm going to jump right in. I am using a stencil by Simon Says Stamps, and this is the Bouquet of Roses stencils. I'm also using Nouveau Glimmer Paste in Pink Opal. And I have a card panel that is about 4¼ by 5½. And I am using some masking tape to just hold my stencil in place over my cardstock for me to add the texture paste over the stencil. So I'm just opening up my container and I'm using a plastic spatula and I'm just scooping a little bit of that paste out, and I'm just using that spatula to smooth that paste over the stencil. And that's what I did. I just made sure that I used enough of the paste and I filled in the stencil, but just making sure to try to smooth out the paste as much as possible. I didn't want it to come out super thick, so I just kind of smoothed it out and thinned it out across the card panel. And this paste is super thick and it is very hard to clean if you wait until it dries. So don't wait until it dries. After you get done using this paste on your stencil, you definitely want to clean your stencil and your little plastic spatula, or it's definitely going to be really hard. Trust me, I know, I did it. But I was able to clean my stencil out with some alcohol wipes. So I carefully peeled off the stencil when I was done. I set that panel aside to dry, and it did dry overnight. And here I'm just showing you guys how I quickly put a card together. And I did all my cards 4¼ by 5½. And so I took that panel with the texture background and I just layered that on a rose pink colored cardstock and then laid that right down on my card front. I left like 1/8 of an inch border around. I thought that was really pretty like that. I used a die from Simon Says Stamp, and it was from the Congrats Grad die set. And I cut out the word congratulations. It has the word and also has like the shadow to go behind it. And I used that same pink cardstock, and then I used a deeper pink for the word congrats. I used some foam adhesive circles to pop that up off my card. And then I embellished it with the Classy Sequin Mix by Simon Says Stamp. And that did it for the first card. I really, really love this rose bouquet stencil. So pretty. And now that I've played with it a little bit, I'm going to come back and do some ink blending techniques with these stencils as well. But yeah, that does it for card number 1. So for card number 2, I used a stencil by the Crafters Workshop, and this is the Mini Paradise stencil. Really pretty flourishes, and you can even see a little bird on there. And for this one, I'm using a texture paste by Bria Reese, and it's a matte metallic texture paste, and the color is Mars Black. And this one is super thick as well. You really, really need to make sure you clean your stencils as fast as you can. The glitter inside of the paste makes it that much more hard to clean. Anyway, I noticed that with this texture paste, it comes across like a blue-gray color, but after it dried overnight, it looked more black. It was a darker in color, and you can actually see the little glitter or sparkly pieces in it a little bit better after it dried. So this is the panel all dried. I cut it down to fit my card, and I'm just going to mat that on a piece of black cardstock. I'm just using my corner rounder to round some of the corners on the card. I am using my art glitter glue to layer that on top of the black panel. And then I'm going to add a piece of ribbon, and I love this ribbon. It's sheer, but it has a silver, it's silver, but it has a sheer, like stripe going through it. So I'm going to adhere that around my card, and then I'm going to tie a little bow, and that's pretty much going to do it for this card. I'm going to take out my black and yellow sequin mix from Simon Says Stamp, and I'm going to add a few black sequins to this card, and that's going to be it for this card. Came out super pretty. I love this texture paste. I love the dimension and the texture. I decided not to add any sentiment or words to the front. I thought it was perfect like this. I think I'm going to actually turn this into a gift card holder for maybe a bride or wedding, something like that. But I thought this would be really pretty just as is with that background, and just make it into a gift card holder. So that does it for card number 2. Now for card number 3, I use this stencil by Heidi Swapp, and it's like a hexagon or honeybee kind of stencil pattern. And it's Heidi Swapp, and I'm using another Bria Reese paste, and this one is the modeling paste. It's the Glossy Dimension modeling paste, and I'm just spreading this right across the stencil like I did before. This one is actually more creamy than the others, maybe because the others had the glitter in it, and this one is a glossy paste, but it was a lot easier to spread and it was creamier. So this one also dried overnight. I really like the way this card came out, and because of the hexagon patterns, I took out my Be Yourself stamp set from Simon Says Stamp. It came with my most recent card kit, and I thought this stencil would be a perfect card to use that kit on. So I'm just going to pick this little bee with the glasses and also the word smart as can be. I am going to mount those, mount my panel on my stamping platform. Sorry, I can't hardly talk. And then I'm just going to put the stamps down where I'm going to place them where I want them to be. Close my little my lid down and pick those up. Then I'm going to ink those words up with my ink and also the little bee. And I did the Memento Tuxedo black ink for the little bee because I'm going to be coloring him with my Spectrum Noir alcohol markers. So just a really simple and easy card, but it came out really cute. So you've seen me do this in my last video, color the little bees. So same technique, nothing changes with my coloring technique. But these are super easy to color, super cute, and so yeah, the only thing I will say, I know I've said it in other videos, is that I like to outline my little colored images, especially if I'm not cutting them out, if I'm just stamping them directly on my card base. Outline them in a light gray and it'll help make that image pop off the page. So I like to do that. So, and that is what I'm going to do. And this is what I mean by outlining it. It just kind of made the little bee stand out a whole lot more. So now I'm going to go ahead and put my card together. And I'm using a piece of the pattern paper that came in the card kit. And that's from the Honeybee Stamps collection. And that one was the Bee's Knees collection. And then I'm just going to layer that on yellow cardstock, and then I'm going to put my little bee panel on top, but I'm going to pop him up with foam adhesive squares. And pretty much just embellish with my little black and yellow Simon sequin mix. And that is pretty much it for my cards. I really do hope you guys enjoyed this video. So there's 3 cards with 3 different textured backgrounds. I enjoyed using the texture paste and my stencils since I usually don't bring them out. I think I'm going to start using them more often. I use my stencils a lot with my mixed media and my acrylic paints, but I'm going to start incorporating them more in my card making as well. But yeah, I'll let you guys finish watching, and then that is pretty much it for this video. If you are not subscribed, please click that link below to subscribe to my channel. Check out my blog, Rubber Stamp Lover, at blogspot.com. Also, my Instagram is Rubber Stamp Lover. I would love for you guys to check me out. Follow me over there. I post over there. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.